am completely done with Jackie Christie.
My heart is broken that Shaunie is standing here having the audacity to tell me she thinks we're friends.
All right, everyone, we need to dive into something that's been on everyone's radar lately. Jackie Christie and Doug Christie have always been that NBA couple that seemed totally locked in. But now, out of nowhere, we're hearing rumors about a massive divorce settlement of $300 million. Wait, where is that even coming from? Because, let's face it, Doug was a solid NBA player, but he wasn't making LeBron or Kobe money. So either Jackie's been quietly stacking some hidden assets, or someone's blowing up these numbers way out of proportion. And the plot thickens with Shaunie O'Neal entering the conversation. Now, we all know Shaunie isn't the type to get involved in drama unless there's something really worth talking about. She's been around the NBA wives for years, and she knows exactly who's real and who's pretending. So for her to step into this situation? Yeah, that tells us there's way more going on than what we're being told.
I just want people to give who they really are. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Don't morph into somebody that you're not all of a sudden because you want, views and likes. Don't do that. Because who was you last year this time? You know what I mean? I just feel like I don't like that. So, and I'm, as y'all can see, gonna be me.
Let's break this all down. Jackie and Doug's marriage, what Shaunie really knows, and whether this $300 million claim is even believable. Because, if you've been keeping up with Jackie and Doug, you know Jackie has always been super protective of their relationship. She's been adamant about keeping their marriage tightly locked down. We're talking about everything from their yearly vow renewals to her strict no other women around Doug rule. Jackie made it clear that she wasn't going to let anyone come between her and her man. And at first, a lot of people thought it was sweet, like, here's a woman who really loves her husband. But as time went on, people started raising their eyebrows, questioning whether this was really about love or if it was just about control. There have been rumors circulating in NBA circles for a long time that Doug couldn't even have a casual conversation with a female reporter without Jackie being right there, watching him like a hawk. Other wives have admitted that being around Jackie and Doug was awkward because she was always involved in everything Doug did. And when it comes to money, Jackie's been the one managing everything, making sure every penny was accounted for. At the time, it seemed like a smart move, but now, with this divorce happening, people are wondering, was Doug really as happy as Jackie made it look? Or was he just biding his time, waiting for the right moment to break free? Let's be real, Doug has never really spoken out much about his marriage. He was always the quiet one, just playing basketball, keeping a low profile, and letting Jackie handle the public speaking. But maybe that silence meant more than we realized. Maybe he never felt comfortable speaking up, and maybe Jackie's tight grip on their marriage wasn't about love but about control. If that's the case, this divorce isn't about money, it's about Doug finally regaining his freedom. And now, things are getting even juicier. Shaunie O'Neal has stepped in, and if you know anything about Shaunie, you know she doesn't just jump into situations like this without some serious reason.
I am completely done with Jackie Christie.
My heart is broken that Shaunie is standing here having the audacity to tell me she thinks we're friends.
Shaunie's been in the NBA world for a long time. She's seen relationships fall apart, watched people fake perfect marriages for the cameras, and, most importantly, she knows all the behind-the-scenes details. So why is she speaking out now about Jackie and Doug? Word on the street is that Shaunie has receipts, real inside information. It's rumored that Doug was unhappy for years but stayed in the marriage because of Jackie's influence. Some people say that Shaunie even spoke in court, claiming that Doug felt trapped, that he wasn't in control of his life. She allegedly said that Jackie had so much control over their marriage that Doug felt like he had no say in his own life. And here's the big bombshell: Shaunie might even know the details of their prenup. If she's aware of what's in that legal agreement, then this whole $300 million settlement might be a farce. Let's stop for a second and think about this. Doug's NBA career was solid, but his earnings were nowhere near superstar levels. Reports suggest that Doug made around $25 million over his entire basketball career. So, unless Doug had some secret investments we don't know about, there's a huge gap between that and a $300 million divorce settlement. Jackie's businesses do bring in money, sure. She's involved in real estate, fashion brands, and occasional TV projects. But, let's be honest, those things combined don't add up to hundreds of millions. Her combined net worth with Doug was estimated at around $10 million before they started splitting assets in this divorce. So, where exactly is this $300 million figure coming from? Now, let's talk about the prenup rumors. If Jackie and Doug had a prenup in place, then this whole $300 million story doesn't make any sense. If the prenup had a fixed payout in the event of a divorce, Jackie wouldn't be entitled to Doug's entire net worth, let alone a number that's 20 times bigger than their total combined worth. Some people are speculating that Jackie's team is leaking inflated numbers to make her look like the big winner. Others believe she might have secret assets, investments, or deals that no one knew about, which could explain the confusion. But either way, something isn't right with these numbers, and the fact that the media is running with them without questioning them makes it pretty clear that we're being sold a story. Now, let's talk about Doug for a second. While Jackie has always been the loud, outspoken half of this relationship, Doug has been the quiet one. He's been the one who just went with the flow, always the supportive husband. But was he actually happy? If you go back and watch some of their old interviews, Doug used to be all smiles, playing the role of the perfect husband. But in more recent years, his energy has shifted. Fans have noticed that he looks uncomfortable, like something is off. There's even a former NBA player who claimed that Doug hated how controlled he was in the marriage, but stuck around because he didn't want to break up his family. And let's not forget how much Jackie micromanaged every aspect of their lives, from their finances to who Doug could even talk to. Some people think that, over time, it just became too much for Doug. So, here's the real question: did Doug always plan to leave? Maybe he was just waiting for the right moment to break free, or maybe after all these years, he finally decided he was done being controlled. And here's where things get even more suspicious. Jackie, the same woman who has built her entire public persona around being in charge and being loud, has suddenly gone completely silent about her divorce. Normally, when there's drama, Jackie is all over it. She's been on Basketball Wives for years, always making sure her name stays in the headlines. But now, with one of the biggest scandals of her life unfolding, she's quiet. This is suspicious, right? Jackie loves attention. She's built a career out of controversy, turning everything from fights with co-stars to marriage struggles into business opportunities. So, why is she so quiet now? Some people think she's waiting to play the victim. She knows how to spin drama into a money-making opportunity. Maybe she's planning to drop some bombshell interviews once the legal dust settles, painting herself as the heartbroken wife who gave everything to her husband. But here's the big question: is Jackie actually heartbroken, or is she already working behind the scenes to turn this divorce into another business venture? If she plays her cards right, she could land a solo reality show about her post-divorce glow-up, start a new book or podcast about love, loss, and moving on, or even launch a women's empowerment brand. Jackie might seem like she's laying low, but don't be fooled, she's probably making moves. And Doug? While Jackie's next move is a mystery, one thing is clear: Doug isn't just going to sit back and let this happen. He's been quiet so far, but silence doesn't always mean weakness. In fact, it could mean he's preparing to fight back. If Jackie thinks she's about to walk away with a huge payday, Doug is likely gearing up to shut that down. So where does this all leave us? Well, this situation is far from over. First off, Jackie probably isn't getting the $300 million. We'll have to wait for the official court documents to drop to see the real numbers. And Doug? He might be quiet, but silence doesn't mean he's given up. If he feels like Jackie is trying to take everything, expect a fierce legal battle. As for Shaunie O'Neal, if she's speaking out about what's really going on in Jackie and Doug's marriage, then we haven't even scratched the surface of this drama yet. So, who do you think is really going to win this divorce? Will Jackie come out on top, or is Doug about to turn the tables? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because there's definitely more to come. Alright, y'all, we've covered a lot of ground today, and it's clear that this Jackie and Doug Christie situation is far from simple. With the rumors flying about that huge $300 million settlement, Shaunie O'Neal stepping in, and both sides keeping their cards close to the chest, it's hard to say what the real story is right now. What's certain is that there's way more going on behind the scenes than we're seeing, and as the legal battle unfolds, the truth will eventually come out. Is Jackie really going to walk away with that massive payout? Or is Doug gearing up to fight back and take control of the situation? We don't have all the answers yet, but one thing's for sure, this divorce is going to be one for the books. Whether Jackie's playing the victim for her next big business move or if Doug is finally reclaiming his freedom, we'll be watching closely. But what do you think? Who do you think is going to come out on top in this divorce drama, Jackie or Doug? Will the $300 million settlement turn out to be a rumor? Or is there some hidden money we don't know about? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest updates. Trust me, we'll be keeping an eye on this one, and you'll want to be in the loop. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more tea because you already know there's more drama to come.